All right.
All right. Hello, folks. Welcome to
Hello.
Summer Beers Canada Day 2020, Canada Day. And Bumpy's in the waiting room, and we'll add him. It's said that now we can add 10 people, but it would not let me because it said you can only add 6. So not much I can do about it. All right. So here we are on the internet. I'm in Louisiana. Michael Komaroff, he is in Brooklyn, New York City, New York. Ronnie S. is in Florida. Thomas Meadow 75, Massachusetts Beer Reviews. Eric Fromfelter is in Massachusetts. Jeremy is in Arkansas. Beer Ramble, also known as Jean Pierre, formerly the Beer and TV Ramble, is in Mobile, Alabama.
Good evening.
Now, I'm going to go first just because of expediency, not for rudeness. Jesse's very, Bumpy Road is very congenial and he goes last, but I don't have enough mental ability to go last and keep everything in check. So it's better for me to get it over with and then let everybody talk and then kind of run the switchboard, so to speak. We've already got some comments and I'll post them. I'm not going to read them. I don't like to watch Hangouts where the person reads all the comments and then it makes a 30-minute broadcast last an hour when people could clearly just read the comments. So I have a beer, which I'm going to do these comments and then okay. Hey, John and Neely. So, here we go. And away we go.
Ta-da.
Tonight, oh, there's some bad glare, but tonight I have something called Legit Hard Lemonade. It just hit the market. It's from Abita Brewing Company. It's 5% alcohol. And it says made with pure artesian water, which just means water out of the ground. All right, if water comes out the ground from a well, it's artesian. It sounds fancy to say that instead of well water. Real fruit juice and Louisiana cane sugar. Legit Hard Lemonade is our take on small town lemonade stand flavor, craft brewed for an added twist. Let's see if I can get any more information because they didn't have anything on the website beyond what I just read to you. I think somebody here's got a little background noise. You might want to mute your situation while you're not talking because you don't need to talk. All right, brewed and bottled. Let's see, malt beverage with natural flavors. And that's it. So it's bright. And now I'm going to open it and we're going to see about it. Then I'm going to drop out after I give my expose, add Jesse with Bumpy Road Brewing, and then I'll come back later to give the score. Here's a West Flatirron 12 glass. I'm pouring it in. No added coloring. Now, when you get these, this glass is not, I was drinking beer earlier and I didn't clean it with hot water. But so it's got the bubbles on the side, but that's all right. I'll survive. I'll live. I was drinking Magnum premium malt liquor, but it's got a gray appearance. Now, when you take these flavored malt beverages and you don't add color, you get that gray appearance. You're not going to get much head of foam. You're not going to get much lacing. You see, craft beer companies are mimicking the macro companies these days, right? They're making light beer. They're making light lager. They're making this kind of stuff. And it's nothing new. It just costs a lot more. Okay. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Okay. It smells like kind of beer lemonade, mostly lemonade. It's not super tart or strong. It's kind of mild, like a natural lemonade would be. You know, if you make it at home, it's not going to be bold like the manufactured product. It's tart, like lemon juice. really strong lemon juice, like pulp even, and it might have some pulp in it in the cane sugar. So, cheers, everybody.
Cheers, Jay.
Cheers.
That's like sugar rush. It's sugary. It's mild lemon. It does taste like regular lemon juice. It's super sugary. The body's low medium. It's not a heavy beer. And the finish is sweet like lemonade. So it's exactly what you would want if you like sugary sweet lemonade. And I suppose a lot of people do. It's such a popular summer product. So that's the story on that. I'm enjoying it. I don't actually ever buy lemonade on its own merit. I just buy beer lemonade. Okay, now I'm going to drop out, and then I'm going to add.
Jay, one question I have. The ABV on this one is what?
5.
A 5? Okay.
Okay, everybody. This is from Trader Joe's. It's called Joseph Browse Summer Brew. It's a top fermented lager at 4.8%. And let me pour it in the glass for you. I'm trying not to get one of my dynamic all head pours, although I did get quite a bit here. That's what it looks like. Can you see the carbonation in the light?
Oh yeah.
Lots of bubbles.
Yep, you see it.
Yellow golden color. I guess a little bit lighter than golden. It's like a yellow color.
Matches your shirt.
Clear, matches my shirt. And a heavy white foamy head. And this is about 3-finger head here because I did pour a little vigorously. Let me get a nose on it. You're getting the malt and the grain in the nose. It smells mild. It's not an intense smell. Let me give it a taste. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Very easygoing and light. You're getting kind of like a malty taste. Grainy, malty, effervescent. The carbonation is a little on the prickly side. Easy drinking, but I guess at 4.8 you'd expect it to be easy drinking. Light-bodied, and it seems like a decent lager. I will have a number for you shortly.
All right.
All right. I have the Imperial Sunshine out of Blue Point Brewing. That's Long Island, New York. 9.6%. 24 IBUs. It's a blonde ale with oranges and natural flavors. Okay. I guess that's a vigorous pour as well. Lots ahead. Definitely smell of orange. So I'd say that's the main smell. Very, very strong smell of orange, actually. You don't pick up an alcohol smell for the 9.6%. Pretty light-bodied. I'd say light to medium. Taste of the orange, a little citrusy, not too citrusy. Or orange, I'd say. It's a nice smooth. Smooth, goes down nice. Yeah, it's a smooth one. 9.6% is very well covered up in this one. I say this drink's more like maybe a 5%er. So
Awesome.
that's that. And I'll ponder on the grade. It tastes really good, actually.
5%er. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it does. It tastes really good. It's very, very smooth. It has a nice orangey taste to it. It doesn't taste like a unnatural taste. It's good.
Excellent.
I guess you don't want to drink it too quickly, obviously. Cheers.
Cheers.
John.
Time for Beer Ramble. Time for Beer Ramble.
The beer and TV ramble.
We can't hear you, John.
Okay, now you
There you
hear
go.
me. I had to unmute my
Yeah.
mic. There we go. All right. I know this is not a summer beer, gents, tonight, but I brought it, and that's all I had.
Jay's gonna be pissed. Oh well.
Yeah. So I am drinking Michelob
Yeah.
Amber Dark Lager, 5.1% ABV. Again, not your typical summer beer. Say, a Leinenkugel Shandy or, this or wheat ale. Heck, maybe Natty Light. But anyway, I'm drinking this tonight. I've had this before. This is more, I guess you can say, it is a year-round beer. I wouldn't consume this during the summer, but beautiful color of this beer. Had this first time I had this back in 1999. That's when Michelob was still relevant in the beer. Now, the only thing that's making Michelob relevant is the Michelob Ultra, and everything else has been kicked to the curb. There's my hand. Anyway, the thumb. But nice head on the top of this beer. It has a nice malty smell that I like. Has a scent of some caramel flavors definitely in this. Definitely dark roasted. It is a nice, beautiful. I guess to consider is the best to describe as a red ale, a dark amber ale, I guess, if that's the fair category for this beer. So, but again, it's not a summer beer. Oops, I think it's wild card boy. But anyway, I was surprised I got this for at the Pick Six. The grocery store I could go get the Pick Six of different 6-packs of beer. Different beers. So definitely get that malty flavor in this right now. Definitely easy drinking. I have a score on that later. So
What is it again? Just the regular Michelob?
Michelob Amber
Oh, the amber. Okay.
Yeah. I
Dark
never
Lager.
see that in Massachusetts. That's cool.
5.1. Well, yeah. If
Yeah, I can get those.
If you don't get this, if you do see it, make sure to get plenty because you may not see it again. So
Yeah, they're good.
It's pretty prevalent around here, actually.
this lager, the light Michelob Light, the Amberbach, and I don't think it was something else that's also. I think those are probably the three. The only three right now. So go ahead, Jeremy.
All right, I'm drinking. You know it. I'm going to bring the Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy.
Jeremy wins.
I had to do it 4.2%.
Chick beer. No, I don't know.
Curly beer.
Hey, I didn't pick the topic.
You didn't pick the beer. The topic picked the beer.
Beer, perfect
this-
hair.
If you think about it, this is the most popular one for summertime.
I would think that or Sam Adams Summer.
Okay, you get a real hazy look on this too.
New England IPA look.
Yes, I'm kind of shocked at that.
Yeah, that doesn't look like that. Usually.
It does. But anyway, not much of a hit on that. It's gold. It's light golden color. So get a nose on this. Okay, right off the bat, lemon. Smells like just a lemon pie. Not getting much, getting a little bit of the wheat coming through, graininess, but not much. That's about all I get on the nose. All right, I'm gonna go for the cheers, guys.
Cheers, Jeremy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
More lemon, citrusy. You're getting a little bit of the wheat, breadiness also. Mainly, it's just overpowering with the lemon and citrusy lemon pie. Yeah, it's really good, but if you don't like lemon, stay away from this one. It's very light too, light bodied. Seems like it's, as far as the carbonation, just lightly carbonated on this one. But that's about all I got on this one, guys. It's not too much to it. I'll give
Think
you my
about that
rating.
grade.
Huh?
Think about that grade.
Yeah, I'm gonna drink a couple of them and think about it.
Woo! All right, people. Thomas Meadow 75 Massachusetts beer reviews back at you for another Wildcard Wednesday beer review. I'm guessing that this beer is a summer seasonal. They start the description on the back of the can, and it says perfect for tropical days. So it's limited release. So it's got to be a summer beer. This is the Maui Brewing Company's Shave Weiss. It's their Berliner Weiss. You're reading correct, folks. 3.8% only. 12 fluid ounce can. It's from the 23rd of March 2020 in its canning date. And for those that don't know, a Berliner Weiss, according to the craftbeer.com website, just a little description, is they're low in alcohol, they're refreshingly tart, and they are often served with a flavoring syrup like woodruff or raspberry. So they're a cross between a yeasty and a lactic acid kind of a flavor. Again, usually lower in alcohol. Traditionally, they got Brettanomyces yeast for that wild yeast strain. It's a German-style soured wheat beer. And in the United States, they are usually
Higher ABV.
well, they're usually paired with some kind of as they say on this website, exotic fruits to the recipe. So, yeah, let's crack into this 3.8%. Let's see what that one's all about. It can't be that high in ABVs or high in, body of beer and mouthfeel, but let's see exactly what that one's all about here. All right, let's stop there for the meantime. Yeah, I'm getting that almost that Leinenkugel kind of a color that Jeremy got. I'm getting on my end, it's very lemony yellow, and it's very hazy with a giant in the Teku glass with this giant about 3 fingers of a bright white head with lots of rocky bubbles, kind of a very soapy beer. And I don't know if you're going to be able to hear that with the microphone there, but it's got all kinds of crack, snap, crackle, and pop.
Yeah, I picked it up.
Very nice. Good microphone. There we go. So yeah, lemon tartness. Very white bready. There's a sweet, also bready malt underneath that. I'm getting that lemony tartness to it. I'm getting a little bit of the sour beer sort of vinegariness. I don't know. It's not. It could be like a white wine vinegar note to it, and there is some grassy kind of grass clippings, fresh grass clippings to it. And you know what? In order to not go too crazy and complex, I really do think that's the aromas I'm getting out of it. So let's try the Shave Weiss from Maui Brewing Company.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Summer beer is Jim Beam. Well, if that's what you like.
Summer beer.
It's got a very large amount of crispness to it. Big carbonation. Really small, fine bubbles. It's got a champagne-y kind of a white wine, kind of champagne bubble in there. Very tart lemons, very high on the light side, low on the medium bodied, kind of a beer, crisp, clean, ultra refreshing. It is so very clean and crisp. And it's sort of a borderline cottonmouth, but it's not that dry. Again, tart lemons, you're getting a tiny itty bitty amount of the vinegar sort of tartness to it, the white wine vinegar to it. There is like a white wine, like an unoaked kind of a Chardonnay kind of white wine thing going on about it in its flavor. There is like a crisp Pilsner, kind of a maltiness in there, a little bit of like a graininess, a little bit of that fresh grass clippings kind of flavor to it. They say fruit punch, shave, Berliner Weiss will quench your thirst and and like the classic island ice treat, you will have you wanting more. I don't know. They say packed with a blend of island favorites, including mango, strawberry, something else, guava, orange, and lime. I get more to lime, I guess, and lemon than anything tropical fruity like a New England IPA. It's 20 IBUs. It's not really super big on the ABV, but I do think that at the end of the day, this is a techie. Thank you, Berkeley. I do think at the end of the day, perfect style for the summer right here. Cheers, guys. Pretty good.
Sounds good, man.
Cheerios.
And for Dr. Dave, no, I did not read this description from Beer Advocate.
So what I'm bringing to the table is it's a beer called Summer. It
go.
is a summer ale from Wormtown Brewery. They're out of Worcester, Massachusetts, or Worcester, Massachusetts. Worcester. There we go.
Worcester.
See, I'm not Mass. I mess it all up. But
It is a
it's in Canada, anyways. You know, you got the guy that's cannonballing into the pool and everything with a flamingo float. Now, what I found interesting was, if you look right here, the pool ladder is McDonald's. It's a McDonald's pool ladder.
Wow.
Really?
So that's cool.
Oh.
4.8% ABV. On the back of this, it says, "I got my first real 4-pack. Bought it at the Packy store. Enjoyed it by the pool one day. Was the summer of 2020."
Very good,
we
Brian Allen.
we aren't the greatest at karaoke, but we make tasty beer brewed with a wealth of vibrant hops, including, now this has to be like a special hop that hasn't really been released yet. It's BRU-1 and Azaka. This refreshing ale has notes of ripe pineapple and juicy mango. So it tells you right there what you should be getting out of it. Let's go ahead and give it a pour, and I'll tell you what I'm getting out of it. Oh, yeah. And during the summertime, you always have to have a tree house.
Right.
You know, you have the kids go up in the tree house and hang out there and leave you alone.
That's right.
You got to
Lock
build
the
it for
doors,
them.
keep them out of the house.
Oh,
Pours with a nice tight white bubbled head, nice golden coloration, and very, very clear. You can see some carbonation bubbles going up there through the center.
mm-hmm.
No dirty glass mafia here, nothing clean. The glass.
Good man.
All right.
What style
Yeah.
is that, by the way?
It's a summer ale.
Oh.
Yeah. Done a little bit differently with the hops that they used. It's not your typical lemon shandy summer ale or wheat.
Right.
So on the nose, there's a little bit of a tea type note, followed up by a nice pineapple, a little bit of an orange aroma as well, kind of like the sugar candy oranges. But I can tell you, I am not picking up on mango. So it was supposed to be pineapple and mango forward. I'm getting some other notes with the pineapple, no mango. All right, first swig. So cheers.
Cheers. Just
Beer Advocate says blonde ale for the actual nitty gritty style, if you will.
that's blonde ale. Okay.
It's a blonde like Pamela and
It's blonde like Bumpy.
So light crackery malt on it, forefront. Pick up on the hop presence in there. It is like a pineapple. It's not like drinking pineapple juice. but it has like the remnants of like pineapple flavoring. A little bit of a citrus note on that finish up with a kind of herbal bitterness. Just it has a pretty lengthy bitterness to this one. Not sure what the IBUs are. Probably not really that strong, but I think just for such a light beer, there is quite a bitterness. This kind of drinks more like a pale ale with the bittering effect that's coming up with it. Still no mango in this at all for me.
And it's supposed to have mango in it.
Yeah, according to the can, it says pineapple and mango.
But you're not
Pineapple's there. I can get the pineapple. That might be because I have a homebrew that I tried to make taste like pineapple, and I kind of get the same flavor out of this. So, it's got a light body to it, pretty sparkling, effervescent carbonation, and quite drying to the palate. That's about it. If you want me to run it over again, it's crackery malt base flavor, slight zing of a pineapple type note, a little bit of a citrusiness, kind of herbal bittering finish.
There you go.
Hold on, I have a question before you leave, Jesse, from Bumpy Road. Do you have merch?
No.
I see a shirt.
Yeah, no, this was my wife got this for I think Christmas.
Oh, it's like a one-time thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
she made it for me. I wouldn't have chose this design. Come on, horseshoe.
I can't really see the
Bumpy
design. I
Road.
just see that it says Bumpy Road.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Now, I was creating a shirt design. It actually looked really, really cool. It wasn't through Teespring. And the thing is, I was going to have to purchase all of the shirts. I think you had to purchase at least 100 at a time for them to make them. So it was going to be a pretty dollar for me. And then I would have to sell them by myself, which I'd have to mail them out and also pay for shipping and handling. So anyways, that whole thing was on an old laptop that crashed, and I no longer have that design or know what site I built it on. So no merch from Bumpy Road.
One day, I guess. One day.
Maybe one day.
Okay.
It's always stuck on Bumpy.
Yeah, it seems like it's always on Bumpy.
Oh, there.
There's Eric.
Yo, am I giving a rating? You want to hear something about beer? No, we'll get to that in a minute. We want to hear from our host, Jay Tevio.
Okay. Well, this beer is a little too sugary. I mean, yeah, they use Louisiana cane sugar, and that's good, but I think they went berserk. I think I like it. I like sugar, but I wouldn't want to eat it. You know, like a candy bar of pure sugar.
Yeah,
I think I'm going to say. I think I'm going to say it's a B. Let's say 85 out of 100. Just a straight B, 8.5 out of 10.
Is that good? You consider?
It's good, but the thing that helps it is the natural lemon juice. But golly gee, woof, it's so sweet. And I always rag on the macro flavored malt beverages, talking about how sugary sweet they are. And this is a craft beer malt beverage. But golly gee, it is so sweet. So I'm gonna say 85, and then I'm gonna drop out and let Jesse come back so that he can give his score when everybody's finished. What?
Good question. Compare this to Mike's Hard Lemonade or any others that are like that. What's the difference?
Or the Natty Daddy Lemonade?
I haven't
You had
tried
that one,
I
right?
haven't tried it.
Oh,
I would say that the Mike's probably got a lot more experience.
William Kepley.
Mike's got a lot. Want me to answer a question?
Yeah,
Mike's Mike's has a lot more experience doing it, so I think, they got it more refined, you know what I'm saying, like more down pat. Whereas Abita's trying it, and I guess they just got to work on it. But it's not bad. If it was bad, I'd give it a D. If it was just fair, a C.
Practice,
Is it
practice.
kind of like
Good. So
Abita's, is it kind of like Abita's King Cake, whatever that King Cake soda thing they were doing? Wherever,
I
whatever.
never got to try. I don't think I ever got to try that one.
Okay, goodbye. I
said-
never got to try that
He's gonna think about that, John.
one.
We're waiting for Jesse to return.
Jesse.
We want Jesse.
He's our hero.
Yeah, I had to hit the elevator button. I'm sorry, I forgot about that.
But you got stuck in the basement for a while?
Anyway,
Hey.
Jesse, you're in the show.
by Joseph's Brow from Trader Joe's Summer Brew. I am giving it an 88, which is a B+.
Yeah.
It's well priced. You can get a 6-pack of this for $6.99. So,
Yeah.
That's not bad at all. No.
so it's for what it is. It's worth the money. Anybody who has Trader Joe's nearby, you should check their stuff out. They have all the levels. They have low price, mid priced, and high price. High price.
Costco, Michael, Costco. They'll do their little their 24-pack, whatever it is, of beers. From time to time. Mostly you'll see it around the fall, during the holiday season. I don't know if I'll see it during the summer season. I'll probably have to go back. It's been a while since I've been at Costco. But yeah, the Costco I know is the only one that I know that do a lot of, those packaging, those 24 packs of these different styles of beers from Trader Joe's.
Right.
But you got to have a membership.
You have to have a membership in all those kind of stores. BJ,
Yeah, $55.
Sam's Club, Costco. But Trader Joe's itself, you don't have to have.
You don't need a membership for Trader Joe's.
Yeah. And the newest one is in Pensacola for Trader Joe's. And I'm not driving to Pensacola for that.
No. Don't blame you.
Not too far from you, John.
Yeah, just about an hour and away. But Costco is like less than 10 minutes away. So I'll go to Costco.
Who's
And
next?
there's Whole Foods. I can find some beer there too. So
I never went beer shopping in Whole Foods. I never really went to Whole Foods, actually. I think I've been in there a couple of times, but not much of a shopper of Whole Foods.
let's see.
It's my turn.
It's your turn.
All right, so I'll give it this. This is an excellent beer. I was thinking of giving it a 94, but now that you brought up price, Mike. I got this 16-ounce can for $1.99 at the gas station. So that's gonna bump it up 2 more points to a 96.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a really good beer. I really, really recommend it, and I think it should have pretty wide distribution. It's made in New York, and I get it down here in Florida. It's owned by Anheuser-Busch now, so
9.6 too.
9.6. You do not taste that one bit. It's basically an orange tasting, somewhat citrusy, very smooth beer.
Hidden very well then, huh?
Okay, I'll give my score for the Michelob Amber Bock. Again, not a summer beer, but a very enjoyable beer nonetheless. As you can see, pretty much finished it pretty quickly. Yep, it was, and that was my first beer of the day.
Yeah.
So I was a little thirsty. So Amber Bock. It's a shame, like I said, to see all the Michelob beers seem to be kind of going by the wayside now because of the Ultra, has kind of, supplanted itself, not just Michelob, but also has made a lot of money for AB InBev.
Now they got the seltzers too, right?
Bud Light.
Yeah, no thank you on that. But so I'm going to give an A- for the Amber Bock. A very good amber ale, red ale. I guess the best description of kind of for what it is, or maybe a Vienna
Would that
lager.
be considered a Vienna lager?
Yeah, I was about to say Vienna Lager. So A minus, Michael. So I guess that's
91.
0.9 or 9 score. A minus.
91.
A minus.
Okay.
And now I'm drinking a real enjoyable beer.
Oh, there we go.
It's
Oh,
a
No.
So you get Genesee Ice in Alabama, huh? I don't think I can get it
And a
here
bottle,
in
too.
Florida.
I've never seen bottles of that.
Yeah, I've never
No,
seen
actually,
bottles.
There's a can for the
I can get that beer for $1.19 a can.
99 cents here.
Oh, damn.
Oh, that's a
Oh.
12
Well,
can.
Again, since 2013, 2014, all the Genesee beers have started trickling this part of this area a lot. And so far, people have been very receptive to that beer. And I told them, say, hey, man, this is beer I grew up drinking back home in Jersey. And they just looked at me all strange and said, Genesee, what is this? So, but anyway. But
I've never had that beer.
so Genesee Ice, Genesee Light, and Cream Ale are probably the three that are and also the lager that we get down here in Bama. I don't know about the rest of the state, but I know here in the Mobile area we do get it.
I gotta get that, man. I gotta
Is
try
that
that sometime.
Genesee Red?
Genesee Ice.
No, though you said the lager.
It's a red and white can, right?
Yeah.
Red and white can.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. I'm thrash metal, sorry. Drinking that lemonade, that lemon shandy, aren't you?
Mhm.
Jeremy.
You want to go down? Which way? Who wants to go next?
It's your turn, Jeremy.
You want to go?
Not
We
really.
want to talk all about that line in Kugel.
All right, you got it. Somebody had to bring this. I figured it'd be more than me that was bringing it, but anyway, when I think of summer beer, this is a staple classic for just like summer beers. I thought about Samuel Adams.
I thought of that too, Jeremy. The
Dude,
same-
I
yeah.
came close to getting that when I said no. Somebody.
I was
had-
thinking of that too.
So that's a good one too. I'm gonna give this a 90 because I like lemon icebox pie, and this tastes like lemon icebox pie to me.
Okay. Then
I like lemon, so I'm giving that for my. It's not too sweet. It's not overly sweet like Ron's was. It's just perfectly balanced to me, but it's a good one.
question for everybody on the panel: do any of you? We used to get this here. Now it just disappeared. But do any of you get the Yingling Summer Wheat?
I don't get Yingling, so no.
Yes,
I
have.
think so.
No. I had the Yingling Golden lager.
Yeah, the Golden Pilsner.
Yeah,
I've had
yeah, Pilsner.
Yeah, it's not
I've
bad.
had the Golden Pilsner, but there was a Summer Wheat. It was one of their seasonal beers. It was Summer Wheat, and I don't know, it just disappeared. And just like the IPL Indian Pale Lager, I barely see it anywhere in my area now. It's just the standard 3 Yingling beers I get, the lager and whatnot. And now the other one now is popular here, and so far people have been buying it. It's been the Flight.
The Flight, yeah, that's like super light.
But the Summer Wheat, since that's a seasonal, like their Oktoberfest, which also we get here when it comes around that time of year. Summer was something that was the last I saw it was like 2 years ago. And I'm just wondering if any of y'all do they still make it? So
I don't know. I've drank it before.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
They probably do, but yeah, I think so. Yeah. I don't know if anybody wants to hear about some Maui Brewing Company shaved ice.
go
They
ahead.
do a lot of shaved ice in the Hawaii state where they got the big blocks and they shave the ice and they put all the different kind of fruit syrups or whatever kind of syrup over it, and nice, cool, refreshing kind of beverage or a treat for the summertime. So again, they say on the back of this can, that's packed with a blend of island favorites, including mango, strawberry, Illkoy, Lillky, guava, orange, and lime. I kind of get the lime. Maybe if I dig deeper, I get a little bit of the strawberry, but I'm primarily getting a lot of lime and lemon with this one, not any of the other kind of flavors. Just like what Bumpy was saying about his beer, I'm not really getting all those crazy ass tropical flavors. There's literally one review on Beer Advocate. That is it for this beer.
Wow.
And it gets a 3.5 out of 5. So for me, this is jam-packed full of it's a full flavored beer. It's got a lot of flavor for 3.8, and it drinks maybe in the 4 to 4 or 5 range, but not much more than that. I would say really good beer. I'm not usually a Berliner Weiss fan, but I will give this one a 91. Let's give that a 91. Really excellent stuff. It is a little bit tart. You are getting some of the some sour, almost like vinegar-y, kind of like white wine vinegary kind of notes, but it shouldn't be too much for anybody that's not used to soured kind of beers. So, yeah, pretty.
Where is that brewery located?
They're brewing this one in actual Maui, Hawaii.
Wow.
On the island of Maui.
So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty far from Massachusetts, man.
Oh yeah,
Big
yeah.
distribution there.
Bam. Where is it? Is it over here somewhere?
Independent, yeah.
If you
That's
can
cool.
read that. Yes.
I never had a beer from Hawaii before.
There you go. Bam. And they make the really
Please
famous.
recycle.
They make a really famous coconut porter as well. Please recycle.
Nobody gave the date yet.
Oh, 3/20. Ooh, I'm spilling beer.
Nobody gave the date yet.
Nobody gave the date.
Me having to tilt the beer glass.
I got December 1, 2020. So this is
September
well
14th.
within the date.
Mine is Best Buy 9/26/20.
No.
Mine was packaged on May 6th, 2020. It's a
Ooh.
couple months old.
All right. That was a good question. I mean, that was a good point, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Gotta have the date, guys.
Gotta have the date.
All right. So first off, I'm going to do a short interview on Jeremy. All right. You got 3 seconds. Lemon meringue pie or key lime pie?
Key lime pie.
Well, wow. That's hard. I don't know. I don't eat much pie anyway. I don't eat any sweet, but I like them. I just don't need to eat them.
Poontang.
What about Poontang pie?
That's what I said. Come on, man.
Jeremy,
Well, he just said he really likes lemons, so I was just wondering about limes because
Yeah,
I like lime
I
more
like
than
lime
lemon.
too.
But all right, for this summer ale from Wormtown, it was a little bit different. That's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to choose it, just because they kind of did a little spin on like the typical summer ale that you might find. But I found as I'm drinking this, I actually would prefer the typical summer ales that you find. It's okay. It's different. It's I think if it had more of that actual like real pineapple juiciness to it, or the mango would come through, then yes, it would have been better. Not a bad flavor at all. It has like that little bit of like a pineapple. Yeah, it's there. A little bit of citrusness and stuff like that. But yeah, not my favorite summer ale overall. So I'm going to score this at the higher end of an average beer. I'm going to say it's an 86 out of 100.
Cheers to that.
Damn straight.
And that's all she wrote.
All right.
I'll be right back.
You all got to join and watch. What's that show there? What's the ABV on the Beer Chugs
What's
channel?
the ABV?
45 minutes. Search for Beer Chugs. We're gonna guess ABVs based on style and description from Untapped.com. It's really fun, and I'm going for my 7th win. Let's try it.
Yes.
Bumpy's going for his 8th.
Is Bumpy still the champion?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
It's these two fun lovers.
I've got 7, and Eric there has 6.
Not bad. So is it between you guys? That's the top 2.
And
Yeah,
probably
we're top
Rajay with what? He's got 4.
He's got 4 still, but
That's still
Does,
far, a little far
does
behind.
I don't know what Ron wants us to do. Do you want us to shout anything out? Talk about what's coming up?
You got Multi Monday. What's the did
Multi
you
Monday.
decide on what
Okay,
the
yeah, Multi
beer will
Monday
be?
coming up. Of course, anybody that doesn't know, Multi Monday is on Monday, and it's at 8 p.m. Eastern time. Is when the show starts. We do different styles, but everybody brings hopefully the same style that we say. So this upcoming Monday, which falls on the 6th of July, is going to be American lagers. So I think pretty much everybody out there, even if you're not in America, I think you can
Adjunct
find
lagers, or is it any?
well, the American lager typically does have adjuncts.
Okay, it
Yeah.
could be.
It's not a pre-prohibition lager, anything like that. It's the American lager.
Right.
So you'll like Michelob, Budweiser,
yeah.
PBR, any of
Founder.
those. Or if you have a craft brewery that makes an American lager, that's acceptable as well.
Okay.
Founder.
Guys, I'm gonna drop down. I'm gonna drop the basement and let Ron come back.
Come on back, Ron. Thanks, Jeremy.
Jeremy, appreciate it, man. Founder Solid Gold, right? Bumpy.
I think he's going to go make a key lime pie. Yes, Founder Solid Gold would fit in there. Premium lager.
Did you hear the news,
Okay.
Ron?
Now, he's gonna go make a key lime pie.
No, the American the American lager for Multi Monday. It doesn't have to
I
be
knew about that
adjunct.
already. I already had, it should be adjunct, and I have mine.
What? I was going to ask.
I have mine. Huh?
Go ahead, Jay. I was going to ask a question to everybody later.
Okay, I have mine. For the hang on. Next Monday. All right. Anyway, tomorrow morning at dawn,
Dawn Busters.
we're gonna have a Dawn Busters Taste Challenge, and I've got 2 Canadian whiskeys, and I'm closing out the Canadian whiskey taste challenges for the time being, and then starting Friday night for Fandango Friday, we're bringing in Scotch whiskey because everybody loves Scotch whiskey. No, that's not true. But anyway, and then like y'all said, we got Stout Sunday coming
What is
up.
Crown Royal, Ron? Is that American, Canadian?
Canadian whiskey. Yes.
One of the
It was
best.
invented
by
in,
far.
it was introduced in Canada in 1939, and
Oh, okay. That's when you were saying it because the Queen came over, right?
the king and his wife, and King George VI and his wife and the Queen, and it wasn't introduced to the USA market until 1964, actually. Now, I want Michael to do me a favor if you could, and could Michael Komarov please read all the scores, give a quick rundown, because a lot of people may have missed that, and that we can give a summary.
Okay, Jay gave his Abita an 85. Ronnie gave his Blue Point a 96. John gave the Michelob a 91. Jeremy gave his Leinenkugel a 90. I gave my Joseph's Brow an 88. Eric gave his Maui a 91. And Jesse gave his Wormtown an 86.
Awesome. A lot of good grades.
So I had the lowest score. Oh. Yeah, I had the lowest score. Oh well, too bad. Dawn Busters usually be about 5:30 Central Time. 5:30 Central Time. I would not necessarily call Abita, Michelob Amberbach a summer beer.
It wasn't.
That's sort
It
of
was just-
pushing that.
Yeah, I just brought it because I didn't know it was Wild Card Wednesday, and I didn't know that was the theme. I said, "Oh, Yes. Okay. I'll bring. I have it here with me, and
Well,
I'm drinking it.
I was interested in that,
I did
Ron. How
kinda
broad?
mention- I
How
did
broad
kinda
could you
mention
consider a
that.
summer beer?
Well, I did kind of mention that for like 2 straight months. But anyway,
Hey,
July 1st, summer beer. July
What
1st,
what
summer
makes
beer.
a summer
But
beer
that's all
though?
right.
That's what I was wondering.
yeah.
Well, you see, now that's the point. Now you see, now you could argue. Jean-Pierre could make a counter argument and say, "There's no kind of rule for that. You could drink
Yeah.
whatever beer you want to in
Yeah,
summer."
Bob,
And I could
exactly.
say, and I would say, yeah, you're right, really, in a way. But
Hey, even a sour can be a summer beer.
I would consider a sour to
But
be
I
a
think-
summer beer.
I think the stronger argument would be, though, that these beer companies do usually make a dedicated beer for summer, like summer focused beer, whereas Michelob is a year round beer. It's not really, you know what I'm saying? It's not designed for any sort of season.
Right.
So I think the argument would probably not really convince too many people. But
It
anyway,
wouldn't hold up in court.
it wouldn't hold up in the beer court.
Jay, what is the theme
It
for
wouldn't hold up in the beer court.
what's the theme
Huh?
for August the 5th?
No theme, probably.
I was trying to figure that out. I was thinking about
Mass hysteria beer.
Well, we've been in months on that.
beers that you drink when you feel like the government wants to run your life, perhaps.
So Genesee ice beers.
But then
Things could get a lot worse in 1 month.
like wild card. It would be what everybody thinks.
So
Beers to drink. Yeah, so August,
that's a
the
dumb.
first Wednesday in August could be beers to drink when you feel like you're in a social meltdown. I don't know.
That sounds
Communist beers.
What would Michael Komarov bring for that style of beer?
it's obviously something that would have to hit me. So far, it has not, but maybe something would hit
So
me.
Everclear?
August 5th. But that's not a beer.
What
No,
about
it's not.
would Zima work? You know.
How about
Yeah,
beers from previously communist countries? Like so Eastern European beers.
Drinkies.
I'm your second hand. So,
Uh,
what are we drinking for the fourth?
be a bad
What are we?
All right, huh?
What are we drinking for the fourth this weekend? Some of us don't have to work on Friday.
Oh, those red, white, and blue Budweiser cans.
Yeah,
I gotta pick those up.
Yeah. I'm off Friday. I'm sure some of you are off Friday, going into the fourth, but I'm just looking to
Oh,
hang
that's
around
nice.
the house, and I got a pool back here, and I'm just gonna chill and just drink whatever that's cheap and just hang out. It might be Genesee, it might be that red and white blue.
I got kind of the same plans, John. So sounds good, man.
No beach, social distancing.
What about beers with added coloring?
Added color, natural color.
Wouldn't
Yeah,
matter.
well, I mean, that'd be a
Added color.
difficult one with added coloring because you don't always they don't always state it. I've had some pretty weird colored beers, but it's all because they add like flower, like hibiscus, which gives off a nice purpley color to it, stuff like that.
How about
Dog Star beers.
Yeah, hibiscus it does have a nice color to it.
I don't know.
I think for the 4th of July, I'm going to drink a beer that will let me know that at least I know I'm free. And then I could stand up next to the beer and defend it still today. I think
West USA.
He's proud to be an American.
I think oh, here's a great idea.
Or at least he knows he's on lockdown.
Wussification. So we can't drink that crazy energy drink that had all the alcohol in it. The Four Loko with the
Four Loko. Well, it doesn't have it anymore.
beers that no longer exist due to the wussification of humanity. That's a brilliant idea, but but how can we get the beer? It doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
No, I think I don't know. I was
Okay,
thinking
so
about it.
to be decided. We still got a month.
You have a month. You have a month, Jay. Give it more thought and tell us on one of the wild card weeks.
Beers that go well with seafood.
Ooh, oh, whoa.
Malt liquor. Time for the
That actually is a good idea. Beers that go well with seafood.
Well, I mean, August
because
is still very hot and seafood's nice and
Yeah.
light to eat.
yeah,
So.
people eat boiled crabs.
crawfish.
Yeah, I think Jesse. If you leave it up to Jesse, you get the right answer, and we left it up to Jesse, and we got the right answer.
Quite possible.
What do y'all think about that? Beers that go well with seafood.
Sounds fine to me.
Believe me, I got some. I'm going to bring. All right, I know. To me, that's the only beer that pairs well with seafood is high gravity beers. To me,
Frank, if you show up with Mike's Harder Mango, I'm going to be angry. Ain't nobody in the world eating fried or boiled seafood and drinking Mike's Harder Mango.
No.
Well, I say that somebody's sitting there right now doing it.
maybe
they
Strawgator from Abita. Maybe.
Nah.
I don't know. You really want an 8% Hellas
Strawberry beer.
Doppelbock flavor strawberry puree to eat with boiled
Okay.
crabs? I would drink
Any game.
or
I have
So
another
highlight
beer that
for
could be
something.
considered a summer beer.
Yeah, what you got, Ronnie?
Enchilada action here.
Oh yeah,
the,
you gotta add a little bit of hot sauce to that though.
Hot sauce? Yeah, it's good like that.
what do you think, Michael, about that idea? Is it foolish or good?
Okay, I'd have to give it some thought. Nothing instantly comes to mind, but I'm sure there's something I could find.
There's some great seafood. There's some great seafood in the Northeast. You got
There is, yeah.
scallop.
Especially,
Yeah, he knows
lobster,
that,
crab.
but he's trying to think.
Eric's area has some good stuff.
Just think of a beer to
There's some breweries that actually put certain like seafood or seafood
Oyster
type
stout.
flavorings. Yep, oyster stouts. You have Maryland. They have that crab. What's that crab seasoning?
Oh,
Oh, I know what you're talking
What is
Not
that comment?
everybody-
Oh, there?
Obey.
Oh yeah, the Obey. Yeah, they make a beer with Obey in it.
No, we're not drinking Ronald Sutton's crotch beer, Nina.
Yeah, anybody reading this comment over here by Nina?
That's kind of weird, Nina.
Ronnie, come on, man.
You want to make out with him, do it. Not on my watch.
Yeah, but like I say, I just thought that
Nina's got to pull her pant leg up.
I mean, when you're doing like a seafood boil or seafood or a clam bake, whatever, you want something that's going to be very cold, refreshing, light lager, whatever. I know that when it comes to something spicy, I always thought it'd be that, or maybe something like a strong Hellas, like you said, indicator.
How about a Berliner Weiss?
You're eating a lobster though. You might want a beer that has some diacetyl in it, a little bit of butter flavor.
Right,
Oh, boy.
right.
And then pale lagers with diacetyl. That's
so
Well, I got my Kolstad has it. No.
yeah, but something like that. But
You got to get a fucking lager with diacetyl, guy.
yeah.
Oof.
But whatever works, like I said, I wouldn't mind drinking a light lager with seafood or whatever, or a Hellas Doppel, like a Hurricane or Schlitz.
A Trader Jose's beer. There you go.
How about the Hurricane High Gravity?
Hurricane High Gravity is good too.
You want to get so messed up you can't taste the crab in the
Or
lobster.
Schlitz High Gravity?
Something like that. Well, unfortunately, I don't get, but something in that range. But but still, anything spicy, you want something really cold, and it's a light lager could go well, or adjunct lager, either or. Bronze. I was thinking maybe a Euro lager, Stella, or maybe Pilsner Urquell, or something like that.
Ooh, Pilsner Urquell would be good with some seafood. Damn.
Yes.
Little mussels, linguine, a little
Oh yeah.
linguine or whatever that stuff is called.
Yes. Yes. Up my alley, Eric. Yes.
Mussels Marinara?
Oh. Good eating there. So.
We have hit the jackpot on that one, everybody. Yes. Sounds good.
Hey, y'all, let me get out of here.
Been a pleasure. Have a good 4th, my man.
I was going
Thank you.
to say goodbye. Well, I'll see everybody on Stout Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's there?
Hey,
What about Fandango Friday?
I usually do not attend Fandango Friday, but
I'm also out. Peace, Jay Terrio, and
take care. Say goodbye to Jay for me.
What's going on here? Oh, come on.
Well, thanks everybody for watching Summer Beers, and we might have a good idea for August. It's not too particularly important, but it might be fun. You know, it doesn't all have to be serious, like, oh, we're just so into it, we just gotta do everything highfalutin. I don't think
I like
there's anything
the idea of the communist beers.
that could be one we could do also coming up. You know, it's a little bizarre, but I like odd bizarre things. Beers from communist countries, beer from
Previously communist countries.
future communist countries.
So and even you can have Cuban beers.
Sure, so assuming you could get a hold of
That's
one.
if you can get them. Yeah.
I guess so.
I had a little problem. Eric was cussing. I mean, he was being funny, but got a little no issue with that. So that's only strike.
We saw what happened to Ronald Sutton. So watch
Right,
out.
it's only strike 1, so he gets 2 more chances, and you know, that's the way it goes. Because like I said, I want to keep these PG, meaning anybody could watch it.
Parental guidance.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Like a lot of people they don't like that, and so want the viewers to feel included.
Super inclusive.
Super inclusive,
We
especially.
don't want to offend anybody, Ron. You know how that goes these days.
No, I tried to type the name of a song, and it wouldn't allow me to type the song, which is a totally innocuous name. But I said, wow, this world is going mad. I did a video yesterday and then I deleted it because not that I disagreed really with the content. It wasn't a case of that. It was that I had combined 2 topics in one video, which I didn't think was a good idea. And secondly, there was one statement I made in the video that I don't agree with. So I could scrub the comment, but then it looks like I'm hiding something, which is stupid. And I don't believe in doing that.
Well, you made a statement that you don't agree with?
Right. So I said, I'll just reshoot the video anyway, because I didn't like the whole idea of 2 major topics in one video. It was sort of like I had to rush the second topic in a way. So I said, I can always delete it and redo it. Because some people were saying this morning, why did you delete it? I said, it was nothing about not liking the content. It was just, I didn't like the structure of the content. Does that make sense?
You don't want to fit too much into one video.
Right. And then there was one little instance of making a statement that I thought you'll say things and then you say, no, I don't agree with that. I shouldn't have said that, whatever. Like, we do that.
Okay. Yeah.
So or I want to backtrack, but then the video's already made. So I can't say I want to retract the comment but it was, it wasn't really that big of a deal. But yeah,
I guess I missed that one.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Actually, it was a current events video, and I was very, very happy with the overall ideology of it. It just
I'm telling you, I'm subscribed to have the bell on, and sometimes I just don't get notifications. I know that a lot of people bring it up to you, but it's really a YouTube problem.
Yeah, I can't control it because people will tell me I'm about to shut this down, y'all. Don't worry. But people will tell me all the time, like, why don't you answer my comment? I cannot answer a comment I do not see. Sometimes YouTube will give me a comment that I've never answered in the comments from 2 years ago.
Yeah.
2 years ago. They decided to show it to me today. This morning, I had 2 comments from 2 years ago. Well, I mean, the person that made the comment might have already unsubscribed to the channel because they were angry that I didn't answer the comment. So, I mean, well,
Yeah, maybe.
I have no control over that, you know.
Right.
And
What are you gonna do?
nothing. You can't worry about it because I would answer the comment if I actually see the comment.
Fandango Friday is 7 o'clock Eastern time.
7 Eastern. Now Jeremy's off. He's still showing his face. I'll show y'all what happens when I don't show my face. Let's see.
Yeah,
let me
the
see.
Falstaff thing, right?
Oh yeah, you know what that looks like. All right, no use showing that. Let's see. Jesse's got to go because y'all gonna do the game, right?
Yeah, it hasn't been posted yet, but yeah, the game. What the ABV?
ABV. Thank you, you two, and thank you, Beerhound from California, watching. Nina should have joined the hangout, but she was pleased to just watch.
It sounded like she was flirting with Ronald Sutton.
Oh, I guess she was being cheeky like I am sometimes. You know, people like to, you have to check the comments on your computer. A lot of them go to the spam filter. I check the spam filter, but I rarely have anything in the spam filter. Why would a comment show up 2 years later? You know, it's like,
That's kind of strange.
makes no sense. I'm telling you, there are a lot of internal problems with the platform, and I don't control the platform. There's a lot of internal problems with StreamYard.
It's also a lot of people don't check all the comments like you do. So, I mean, if somebody has a big enough channel, if it's around as many subscribers as you have, they won't really bother checking all the comments. I know you check all the comments.
Yes.
Or you pretty much respond to most of them. So if that happens to somebody else, they might not really care. You know, they probably wouldn't even notice that the comment is 2 years old.
Right. A lot of channels, you'd be lucky if they did answer your comment. And if they do answer it, it's sort of a blow-off comment, you know, like, thanks, cheers, get lost, you know. I'm too big time for you, you know. I don't like that. I don't like that thinking. And I don't want to ever do that thinking. I appreciate the viewers. The viewers are the reason we have the channel.
So that's Simon's point as well.
I'm not out here chasing subs. I'm not out here begging people to like, comment, and subscribe. I like the comments because that's the whole point, to talk about, you know, the products. But I'm not a marketer. I'm not out there selling merch, you know, running channels where you can give me money. That's crazy. You know, why would somebody want to give me money? You know, it doesn't even make any sense. I'll tell people, don't even send me beer. I can buy beer all day long.
Ron gets mad when people send him beer.
I don't get mad. I just don't like. I've had some bad experiences where people, you know, just like almost begging me to let me send them beer. And then 2 weeks go by and it doesn't come in. And I mean, I know it doesn't take that long to get the beer. And I'll say, well, what's up with the beer you insisted on sending me? And then they'll play this little runaround game about, oh yeah, I'm working on that. Like it just happened last month. And finally I asked the guy, I said, do you have a tracking number for that? And he blocked me. And I thought, he's a real nut. You know, that's a sign of not being mentally stable, because you made this big production out of it right there in Alcohol Eggs so everybody could see it, for a beer that I told you I wasn't even particularly interested in trying. Then you say you're going to send me this zombie beer from the company, which I would be interested in trying, but I didn't ask for. And then nothing happens. And I know it doesn't take a month to get beer from Scotland to America. It might take a week. So, and the whole point of it is, now somebody might say, oh, there you go. No, the whole point is, I told you from the start what? It's not necessary, and don't bother with it. And you just made a big production. All right, anyway, that's enough. I hear a train coming. Yeah, and it's gone. It was just the front part, you know, wasn't pulling the whole train. Oh, they do that sometimes. Just zip
Yeah,
on.
that was quick. It didn't last that long.
It didn't have any cargo. It was just going to
Louisiana Express.
Yeah, it's probably going to do a pickup. But anyway, so that's the thing. Don't send me beer. I don't need it. Not to say I don't want it. You see,
If you want to send beer to
to
this guy here,
to
Bumpy
Bumpy
Road.
Road and send lots of it, many varieties, especially high alcohol and hard to find.
He likes New England
He's
IPAs.
thinking, come on, make that route.
Well, no, because it gets difficult because it's like then I owe people stuff, and it's like I get so far behind. I try to build nice
No,
packages.
they
and
send
I
it to
start
you
over them.
out of the kindness of their heart, Bumpy.
Right,
Yeah.
I don't do the owing thing.
Right.
I tell people I don't trade beer. I'm not interested in that. And people say, but I'd love you to try this beer. And beer all kind of tastes the same anyway. So, but don't dare say it on the internet, Oh no, it's still live. You know what I'm saying? I know what beers taste like. It's very nice. I like it. It tastes good. It's fine, but it's
But
unnecessary.
have you ever had a Trillium?
No,
Have you ever had a treehouse?
no.
Me either.
I've never had a what's that real famous IPA from the Northeast that in that silver can with the black writing that people always make.
Heady Topper.
Yeah, somebody wanted to send that to me last week, and I said, "Nah, don't worry about it, man."
Yeah, no, that's a good beer. I enjoy that one, but it's I find that there's definitely better stuff out there now, especially since that beer's been around for what, like 12, 13 years, 14 years.
Sure, I'd like it. I'm sure I'd like it. I like most everything. That's the main criticism I get on my channel is people saying you like too much. You give everything a high score. Well, I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? Get on here and lie and just so I can have better averages?
There's a lot of good beers out there.
Right, it doesn't even make any sense. It's like I've said this so many times on my videos. I said if the next 1,000 beers I review or 92, then that's what they're going to get. Now, if they're an 83, then I'll be disappointed because I'll be getting a lot of like lower level B beers. But I'm going to call it as I see it. I'm not going to play this game where I have to make a position or it's like a great quest. I've tried to communicate this to people over the years that reviewing beer and tasting beer and drinking beer is not a quest. There's no goal. There's no end game. I'm not trying to achieve anything. All right.
It's a hobby.
I went through like 3 weeks, and it was crazy. Like I was just trying because I always try different beers, especially doing a beer. Where you do beer tastings on your channel. You always want to put something out that you haven't had or nobody's really seen. So I'm always looking for new beers to try. I went through like a 3-week rut where almost every single beer I picked up was like, to me, it was just like average. And I'm like drinking it. And I'm just like, I don't even know what to say about it. It's not really that good. It just tastes like all the others.
Well, was it not that good, or was it like good? Good, but it was the same as all the other good ones.
They were like drinkable, but there was nothing different about them. Really, they was just like, oh yeah, it's got citrusy and it's bitter and it's.
In other words, it was mediocre. Yeah,
that average range
was
is like
so
any other shelfie, but yet you pay $15 to $17 for a 4-pack. But it tastes like any other shelfie.
That's when the price comes into play, and you're spending a lot, and you're not that.
That's when it's a problem.
That is a problem, yeah, for sure. Like $17
I was starting to think I
pack.
just lost my taste buds or something. It was like seriously 3 weeks. Right. I'm just like I'm putting out like every single video I'm going to put out is going to be like, yeah, this beer is it's all right. It's not a drain pour.
That's the break. That's the risk you take. That's the risk you take. Now, have you changed? We're going to get off the air, y'all. We're going to get off the air. We're just hanging out, chilling here. Have you changed your bumpy score or something? Because like the last few videos I watched, I didn't see that sort of complicated scoring method you had.
Oh yeah, I changed that a while back. I'll get rid of the 50-point inspection thing. I am because somebody said that they would like to have at least a score because they're not really understanding when I say a beer is good, a beer is very good, a beer is excellent. So I just did a beer this week where I tried to implement like 100-point scale, like kind of what I shout out like a number on Wildcard Wednesday.
I think the 100-point scale is the easiest thing to understand because it's a percentile. It's 100 points.
Well, I see a lot of people doing it, so it's I think it makes more sense.
Gives you a lot of leeway.
What gave you the idea to do the 50-point inspection? Was that just like you wanted to be different?
No, reading through books and stuff, there was like the whole they started talking about BJCP and stuff in one of the books I was reading, and it actually showed out the scale and what they look for, and they broke it down. So I was like, oh, I'm going to try to do that. And so I went with it for a while. It took a while to try to actually build it up to get to where the scoring kind of made sense for me. But I was still running into just difficulties with it because
And a lot of your viewers are not used to it.
Homebrews. It's like how close to the classic style is your homebrew. That's basically what the scoring was set on. So when you're doing like professional beers and it's like you're looking at them, almost every single one of them is going to look pretty much perfect. Every now and then you'll have a dud, but it was just like the scores sometimes didn't actually come out because you're basing it off how the appearance, it was like the head retention. It's like everything was like just based on the scoring. So it was like the beer itself could taste kind of off, not that great. But because it scored high in other aspects, it would have a higher score. And then that would fall into like a very good category. And it's like, no, because I didn't really like it. The flavor, it had nice aromas. It had a nice look to it, but the flavors were way off. But still, it would score higher because of the others. So that's why I was just like, I'm ditching it.
What Simon, his comment there, I try to say a lot of times, nobody really cares what I say, but you grade it in the style and then overall. I was talking about the comment that you had up.
Right, I know. I wanted to say thanks to Jesse for explaining that to me.
You're welcome.
Question. And what you're saying regarding that comment, that's a very complicated thing because, like Ronnie's saying, you want to look at things within the style because it's very hard to say how does it score overall because it isn't overall, right? It's the style. It's right. Like what I just drank tonight. This bit. Say, well, how does it compare overall? Well, I don't know. How do you compare this to an imperial stout? It isn't. It's a lemonade flavored craft beer. So
no, you have to do it overall to the style that it's in.
I think overall means how you perceive it in your own taste
as a quality in
like as far as you putting that
right. What is the quality of the beer?
Right. And then in the styles where you try to put it into
that I didn't really care for, like the quads and stuff like that, which I've done them on my channel. Like quads were never something I was like, oh, I want to go buy a quad. It was just one of the styles. It was just like I'm not really into it, but it's like based off,
Then you have to be careful because you don't want to grade a beer low because you don't happen to like the style because then it doesn't make sense. It's like
that's the thing is I've had enough of them too to where I can say, okay, I like this one more than the other one. So I'm going to place this one at a higher score. So to me, I think for the style, if you look at the style guidelines of what it should fall under, it's meeting all the criteria of it. It's not disgusting to me, but it's like still not a style like I want to just go buy all the time. But it's like okay, it beat out the other couple I've had or whatnot, or fell in between or below it, but it kind of build up a little bit of a base. It takes time to build up a base of having different styles and stuff and actually saying, okay, do I like this more than the other one, like a Chimay versus St. Bernardus or Westerly,
Westwood 12. Well, I got to shut off. I got to shut off the hangout because I got to go do something, but I'm going to shut off that broadcast. Thanks everybody for watching this very interesting video. Well, it was interesting to me. I was watching my own video and I liked it. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.